Black Panther Wakanda Forever has wrapped up Phase 4 of the MCU's movies with sly references to previous Marvel moments and building up a secret villain for the future. BD here with 20 major Marvel Easter eggs from Black Panther Wakanda Forever and a full reaction to the film at the end of this video. Spoilers will follow, so please, you've been warned. Hit the thumbs up on this video to let us know you loved Wakanda Forever as much as we did, and subscribe to this very Phase Zero YouTube channel for more videos like this one and exclusive interviews all about Black Panther Wakanda Forever and more. We're going to start this video by rattling off as many Easter eggs as we can, as fast as we can. Let's jump in.
Let's go!
T'Challa's line to Zemo in Civil War, "Vengeance has consumed you, I will not let it consume me," is echoed when Shuri gets the best of Namor and tells him, "Vengeance has consumed us, we cannot let it consume our people." M'Baku's line from Black Panther 1 about Shuri being a child who scoffs at tradition is repeated by Shuri following Ramonda's funeral. Killmonger showing up in the ancestral plane continues Ryan Coogler's streak of never directing a feature film without Michael B. Jordan in it. Aneka and Okoye's armor being referred to as Midnight Angel is a nod to a group of Doras in comics by that same name. Riri Williams flying up into the sky and losing oxygen was reminiscent of Tony Stark needing to solve a de-icing problem when he first flew too high in his Iron Man suit, as well as Spider-Man before his Iron Spider suit not being able to breathe in Avengers Infinity War. MIT is becoming a hotspot in the MCU, being the school Riri Williams is attending, but also where MJ, Ned, and Peter wanted to go to school in Spider-Man No Way Home, as well as where Tony Stark introduced his barf technology and learned the personal damage of the Ultron battle from Sokovia in Captain America Civil War. Riri said she uses a quantum computer to store her encrypted info, which could somehow tie us to Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Kang the Conqueror. Ramonda tells Shuri she thinks AI is going to kill us all, and that's pretty much what almost happened in Avengers Age of Ultron.
I'm sure that's gonna be okay. I'm sorry.
Which might tell us Shuri is smarter than Tony Stark, seeing as she seems to have mastered AI.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it?
I'm sure you did your best.
Lake Bell was seen in the beginning of Wakanda Forever, and she is the voice of Black Widow in the What If series, so maybe this is some sort of variant play. She's also the voice of Ivy in the Harley Quinn animated series, if you're keeping up with DC. T'Challa's illness is said by Shuri to have been a secret from most people around him, much like Chadwick Boseman's real-life battle with colon cancer. When Anderson Cooper describes T'Challa's illness as an undisclosed illness on CNN in Everett Ross's kitchen, a news blurb on the bottom of the screen says Scott Lang is getting ready to publish an autobiography.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
This could be a callback to Scott Lang having a podcast, which we saw in Ms. Marvel. You can see early in the film that young T'Challa Jr. is playing with the kids when Ramonda goes to visit Nakia, but you probably wouldn't notice that until you actually meet the young prince in the first credits scene. Of course, the biggest Easter egg of them all comes when Namor refers to himself as a mutant, marking the second time the mutant gene has been referenced in the MCU following the finale episode of Ms. Marvel. In comics, Namor earned a mutant status in 1964's X-Men #6 and has even joined the X-Men team in the past. He's not much of a team player, but Namor was Team X in 2012's Avengers vs. X-Men comics run. Namor says his Imperious Rex line from comics, which is essentially an undefined battle cry from the books and one which he defined to Thor as meaning he is going to kick his Asgardian ass. I don't think that's what he meant when he was talking to Shuri, but close enough.
But my enemies call me Namor.
Tragically for the new favorite fish man, he lost an ankle wing, but comics have shown us that they will in fact grow back. When Namor has knelt to Shuri and Wakanda, Namora is pissed, and this is a direct setup for a rivalry seen over years in the comics between Namor and Namora. Now, Namor isn't the only MCU antagonist in Wakanda Forever. The MCU has been setting up Valentina Allegra de Fontaine throughout Phase 4, and her motives might have been revealed here, leading into 2024's Thunderbolts movie. Val wants vibranium, and that could be the story of Thunderbolts, with the team revealed at D23 being sent out only for some of them to ultimately agree with carrying out the mission, like I imagine John Walker would, and others being against it, like Bucky Barnes probably would.
No, I don't.
While it's possible Doom is pulling the strings for Val or maybe even Namor, both Coogler and producer Nate Moore tell us the Fantastic Four villain Dr. Doom was never going to be in this movie.
Once we decided Namor was the antagonist, that was always going to be the focus.
Reaction time. I think this movie is simply just very good. It did a tremendous job honoring the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. If you leave this theater with a dry eye, I believe you're lying to me and you were actually crying. The emotions are powerful throughout, and the other cast members really did a tremendous job stepping up. Other characters had opportunities to grow more. I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked to see a bit more M'Baku. He's probably my favorite character in this story, but Shuri had a great arc in this one, especially by the end of it when she learned to let go and show mercy. I also have to point out that the scene between Angela Bassett as Ramonda and Denai Guerrera as Okoye, when they are talking about giving everything to Wakanda, was one of, if not the single best performed scene in the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The acting there was tremendous. Tenoch Huerta did a terrific job as Namor, making him truly menacing and even understandable when we don't necessarily agree with his tactics. Does that remind you of any other MCU villains? Possibly my favorite ever, Thanos, even though their goals are totally different?
They called me a madman.
Honestly, Namor is now one of the best MCU villains, and I cannot wait to see him interact with more characters in the MCU going forward. Ironheart was awesome. Her CGI left something to be desired, but Riri Williams is a great new character for sure, and I can't wait to see more of her in the Disney Plus series. Overall, Wakanda Forever told a great, compelling story, had really epic action sequences, with the bridge fight early on being my personal favorite, and furthered some of its characters as being among Marvel's best on screen. Chadwick's absence was certainly felt, but the cast and Coogler did a really tremendous job picking up the pieces as best they could and delivering something great to end Phase 4 of the MCU. It's a strong, maybe a little too long, but very, very, very good movie. What did you think of Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Did you catch any Easter eggs that aren't mentioned in this video? Drop them in the comment section or send them my way on Twitter at BrandonDavisBeatty, and subscribe to this Phase Zero YouTube channel for more videos like this one, exclusive interviews, and live shows. I'm BD. I'll see you there.